So, I had to cut off my earlier video. When I was waiting for the doctor, he knocked and came in, so I had to kind of cut that off abruptly. Anyway, we had a good discussion. He had no problem handing me my meds. And actually, the really cool thing that happened was, he goes, I can see, that you're a bodybuilder. You're a big guy, but your age, you're 39 years old. He goes, maybe soon we should look into, I can prescribe you testosterone and growth hormone. And because of your size, I will just write your prescriptions for you to get as much as you want, up to, I think, 10 bottles a month of test. And I think he said 2 kits a month of growth hormone, which is awesome. So I told him next visit, maybe we do the blood work and everything for that. As you all know, it's really easy to acquire steroids, in any real gym. There's always somebody there that has some, that's selling some. But if you can get pharmaceutical testosterone and growth hormone, it's basically the equivalent of, so they usually prescribe test enanthate or propionate 250. Now, that's not a high dosage, except for the fact that, compared to what you would get from somebody in a gym, it's basically the equivalent of test 1000. Okay, so 10 bottles a month of test enanthate 250 is fucking awesome. 2 kits of growth hormone a month, all prescribed, all American made, pharmaceutical grade PEDs. That's an amazing fucking, that's like the fucking anabolic chicken in Kuwait, holy shit. And the cool thing about that is I didn't ask, he brought it up, he offered it. He was like, because of your age and your free testosterone levels, the fact that you've used testosterone for so many years, your free test is probably very low. I'll be able to give you 10 bottles, 10 milliliter bottles. So I'll get 100 milliliters of test a month and 2 kits of really good growth hormone a month. And so that'll be neat. Obviously insurance doesn't cover that stuff. I have to pay for it in cash. It's rather expensive, but I have the money to pay for that, so that's not an issue. So my PEDs, I just got a huge bonus on that because that's an amazing fucking offer coming from a doctor. Now, I'm not going to name the doctor's name for obvious reasons. One, I don't want him being scrutinized for the amounts, and I also don't want 1 million people going in and fucking asking him for this, because I didn't ask, okay? This was something he offered to me. So when you reach 39 and 40, it's really easy to get TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy. It's really easy to get that from most doctors. You do a blood panel, they check your free test. Mine, I'm sure, is extremely low from using test all my life. So what a huge bonus, Not only did I get my anxiety medicines, also with refills, which is kind of rare these days for them to prescribe refills on controlled substances. She gave me 3 months of refills, and I said next time I come, maybe we'll do the blood work and everything for the PEDs. And he said, yeah, and if you want to do it before that, you know, go ahead and give me a call anytime. I'll schedule you. We'll come in, we'll do your blood work. I get that back within a week. And as soon as I get that back, I can prescribe you, you know, your up to 10 bottles a month of Test 250. And I think he even, now don't quote me on this, but I think he even gave me the option of what test I wanted. A nanthate, cypionate, propionate type of, you know. So like I think maybe I would go, you know, 5 bottles of an nanthate, and then maybe 5 bottles, or maybe 2 bottles of prop and 3 bottles of sip. Sip's really a slower acting one, but it's really good towards end of the cycle stuff when your body's already full of testosterone. So because it being longer acting, it stays in your system longer, and you already have plenty of fast acting test in your body. Now that, along with growth hormone, is a good combination in and of itself. I also have a very good connection for extremely good tren and extremely good anadrol and D-ball tablets. So I will talk to him and see if possibly he'd be willing to prescribe the anadrol as well, because that is also something that is prescribed. Most people don't know that. Most people think that you can only get that, you know, through this one way, which is, you know, from other people in the gym. But I'm gonna pause this for just a moment to go get my mail from my mailman. He's the homeboy. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. My mailman is actually one of my good friends. Just brought the mail. He is by far my all-time favorite mail carrier that I've ever met. Like, he is one of the coolest guys. He likes my dogs. He treats my mother with respect, which is very important to me. So yeah, like, he's really cool. So I just told him, I was like, yeah, hey man, next time I'm having a barbecue, bring the wife, bring the kids, whatever. He's like, yeah, I'd love to. You know, maybe we'll drink some beers. I don't really drink, but, you know, I'll have some beers on hand for him, the wife, whatever. And anyway, yeah, so, like, what a cool thing from the doctor, you know. I mean, that, see, if I could get, you know, 10 bottles of test, 2 kits of growth, which, mind you, two kits of growth and 10 bottles of test is well over probably 50. It's almost close to, probably going to be close to about $2,000 from the pharmacy, but it's well worth it, trust me. You would not get the benefits of pharmaceutical grade testosterone and growth hormone for that amount of money, unless you bought 100 bottles and 10 kits. So realistically, pound for pound or dollar for dollar, it's like an awesome deal. Talked to him about maybe prescribing the anadrol as well. It's a little expensive too, but again, well worth it. Pharmaceutical quality, made in the USA by, you know, these reputable companies such as shit, I don't really know any drug companies, but anyway, made in the USA. It's not Mexican shit. It's not Canadian shit. It's not European shit. Actually, European stuff's really good. The German stuff's really good. Anyway, yeah, like, how awesome is that? Like, I was sitting there thinking, fuck, I just hope I get my regular refills. And he shoots me this amazing fucking offer. So, yeah, I'm going to take him up on that. So that'll take care of my PEDs, really. And then all I'll have to buy is tren. And like I said, I have an amazing hookup for really, really, really quality tren, which is sometimes hard to find good quality tren. Like, you can find tren, it's usually always tren. It's just a matter of, like, has it been toxified by where it was made? You know, did people take the time to do it properly? Anyway, the Tren that I get is really good quality, doesn't give me Tren cough. Tren works really well for me. Like, I can do cycles literally of Tren only, and in a 6 to 12 week cycle on, mind you, Tren only, I'll say a 12-week cycle of Tren only, I can usually put on about 20 to 25, I'll say on average about 22 pounds of good lean mass on Tren only. So like, if I can add that to American-made test and American-made growth hormone and possibly Anadrol, that's fucking amazing. I mean, we're talking, that has me back up at 300 pounds in probably under, I'd say about 6 to 7 months. So that's really cool. And, you know, mind you, like I said, you'd say you give me 10 bottles a month of the test and 2 kits of the fucking growth a month. And if I can get the Anadrol from him, who knows how many he'll give me, but if I can get like the Anadrol 50s, even 60 a month, just taking 2 a day would be plenty, mixed with the other substances. Now, I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not condoning it. This is just what I do. I'm not telling you to do what I do. I'm just, this is my way of being informative to you about what works for me and what has worked for me in the past. Now, I think I told you guys before, the maximum body weight I've ever achieved was about 325 pounds at 6'2". Now that was on a bulking cycle, so obviously some of it was water and some of it was fat, but I generally stay pretty lean, and even at 320, I still could see my six-pack. You know, I was a little bulky. It basically looked, you know, like I was doing a guest pose, you know, in the off-season, you know, as a guest poser. But I get really big really quick. It has to do with a few things: muscle memory, good genetics, good drugs, and a good work ethic, and eating the right things at the right time. So I would say, and this is very important, okay, first of all, your food is a very, very most important thing when it comes to growing. Your sleep is your second most important thing. Your training ethic is third. Okay, now your PEDs and supplements, as most people think are the most important thing, realistically they're not. Okay, they are there as a boost, a supplemental boost. Okay, now yes, you obviously grow massive muscles from them, but say for instance I took all that stuff I just described and I only ate 2 meals a day of crap food, I wouldn't grow, even though I had all that drugs in my system. So food, sleep, work ethic, and some genetics come, you know, way before your PEDs and drugs. But what an amazing offer. So I had a pretty good day today. You know, it's one of those rare days that comes along once every, you know, couple months, 2 or 3 months. You have one of those days where it's like you're hoping for one thing and you get fucking 10 or 12, you know. So like, yeah, good day. And I'm gonna upload these 2 videos right now, and then we will do a story time dog walk later, and I will describe more about my issue with big fat fucking Lenny. You know, a lot of people are wondering why I have a problem with him, and I'm gonna let them all know. So I'm gonna go eat, and we'll talk later. God bless.